Real life. Um, so yeah, I wanted to make this video. I haven't really done like a critical or analytical Dragon Ball video in a while, right? So I thought this would be a good one to make because I feel like it's a topic that no one's ever really talked about. Really, I don't think anyone's ever really talked about. Uh, like fear and like something that's scary, especially when not only in Dragon Ball but really in anime, right? Um, so where to begin, really? I mean, first of all, like today was like a great day, right? Like, it didn't start off that way because my computer was like fucking up. Like I just couldn't use it, and I had to uninstall and reinstall Chrome. But in the meantime, I got through like 6 missions of Devil May Cry 4. I fought Credo, the best boss in the fight, or the best boss fight in the game, and then the baby trailer came out for Fighters, and then Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta at the end. That was incredible. I'm not really sure if I'm feeling Gogeta's theme, but Baby looks really good. He looks incredible. I think they did him a lot of justice. I don't remember like his super. Was that? I'm pretty sure I remember it vaguely in the anime, but I was surprised they didn't give him like Revenge, like the Gallic Gun or the Revenge Death Ball. But they gave him Revenge Death Ball as like a regular super, so that was there. But yeah, anyway, that trailer actually made me think of Baby, like in Dragon Ball GT as a whole, throughout all the media, and it really got me thinking about uh, a particular aspect about Baby that I mentioned it before, but I guess people don't really talk about it. It's at least in my opinion, the creepiest voice, the scariest and creepiest voice that I've ever heard in an anime is Yusuke Nomada as Baby in Dragon Ball GT in the Japanese version. When he transforms inside Vegeta, so when he first takes control of Vegeta and he just has the white hair and Vegeta's GT look with the red wife beater and the leather pants and the gloves and all that. Baby, from when he's first introduced up until then, that's the voice that I'm talking about, because when he transforms as Vegeta, his voice gets a little more like raspier, a little, I don't want to say deeper, but just a little more raspier, a little more like, I guess, I don't want to say powerful, but the voice changes for whatever reason. And then obviously, at the end of the Baby arc, Vegeta is, he's free of it, right? He gets free of Baby, and then you hear Baby for one last time before he's hurled into the sun by Goku. But yeah, that's like the scariest part of, that's the scariest and creepiest voice I've ever heard, and it really got me thinking about how Dragon Ball as a whole, it's really, I think it's, ironically and strangely, it's probably the creepiest and scariest anime that I've seen, which is really ironic and strange because Dragon Ball is not really a horror anime. For me, just a quick tip or personality trait about me, I'm a bitch when it comes to horror movies, dude. Like I can't watch. I'm a bitch when it comes to horror stuff. I don't watch horror movies. I don't play horror games. And yeah, I just don't like the jump scare and all that. I just don't really like that stuff. I've watched a couple stuff. I've watched The Conjuring with my friends. If any of my friends know me in real life, they'll tell you this. Like when we watch a horror movie, like I'll cover the screen, right? Like with my hand like this. So like the TV's right in front of me, right? So I'll use my hand to like cover my eyes as much as I can. I'm just like no 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 no. So it'll be like in Gintama when Gintoki's singing the Doraemon song. It's kind of like me with that, with the horror stuff, right? I'm a bitch when it comes to that stuff, and so I really don't like horror stuff, even like games like Resident Evil. But I don't. It's not that I don't play Resident Evil or Last of Us because like I'm scared of those games. I don't play those games because I don't necessarily like the gameplay. I don't like survival horror. I don't like survival horror games in general, right? Anyway, not to deviate too much from the point, but it's strange, right? Like Dragon Ball to me is like the scariest, and it's the anime with the most moments that have like scared or made me feel fear compared to any other anime out there. And I think it's a very underrated aspect, at least for me, of the series. And another reason why it actually makes it good, because when you talk about like horror anime or like anime horror, it's really an untapped genre when you think about it. Like if you want to, trying to think of like all like the different series I've watched, right? Aside from Dragon Ball, Cowboy Bebop is like the only other series where a scene or a situation or scenario has like given me like fear. And there were two scenes in Cowboy Bebop, right? One was when Spike opened the fridge, and you see like all like the fungi and like the spoiled food in the fridge. I forget which episode that is, but that gave me the creeps. And then the other episode was obviously, as you can guess, with Pierre Lafaux, like his visage and like the bare teeth like this and all that shit. That really gave me the creeps. But besides Cowboy Bebop, Dragon Ball is like really the only other anime that's kind of done that. It's strange too, because like Yu Yu Hakusho is my second favorite like shonen and anime. Or not my, well, it's my second favorite shonen and series. Not my second favorite anime. My second favorite anime is DBZ. My first is Cowboy Bebop. But my second favorite shonen is Yu Yu Hakusho, and that is a series that is about the occult and the supernatural. And I never felt scared watching or reading Yu Yu Hakusho. Never. I never felt. I mean, I might have felt creeped out, but I never felt scared. But in Dragon Ball, I did, and there was. And so Baby's voice was one of the things that I was talking about. Yusuke Nomada. If you've heard of it, or if you haven't watched Dragon Ball GT in Japanese, I urge you to watch scenes with Baby in Japanese and just listen to that voice, right? I think some people bring up Hisoka and Hunter x Hunter when they try to talk about like fear or like creepiness, and Hisoka has never really like creeped me out, right? I felt unsettled, I would say, but I was never like creeped out, like overly like shivering and anything like that, right? Not with Hisoka, but with Baby I did that. With Yusuke Nomada, like his voice performance is just the creepiest and scariest voice in an anime I've ever heard. Besides that, but just to talk about like some moments in drama that scared me. Besides that, ironically, even though like I've been talking about the flaws of the initial Funimation dub for 7 years now, and at this point in the Dragon Ball fandom, more people have that fact has become more aware, like it's not like the best dub and everything, right? But ironically enough, like in the Funimation dub with the Falconer music, the Androids arc stuff really creeped me out with the first form Cell. There was a particular track that was playing, well, there was a couple tracks that were playing in the Funimation dub that just really made me feel unsettled or scared, and they really played during the Cell stuff in Ginger Town, when Piccolo, basically in his introduction, when Cell first meets him, or when Piccolo first meets him and everything. But if you guys remember, there was a scene before Cell actually appeared before Piccolo, where Trunks, Bulma, and Gohan found Cell's shell. And I don't remember the episode number, but in the original DBZ dub, when the Falconer music was playing over there, that soundtrack always made me scared, dude. Always made me like felt like creeped out. And like honestly, when I was a kid, when I was watching those scenes, that all that Cell Gingertown stuff, I wasn't able to like sit still. Like I had to like go out of the room and like watch it like in the doorway, because like I just didn't want to be in the same room like with that music playing. You know what I mean? And even stuff like, I remember I didn't even watch Cell Absorbing 17, or I watched Cell Absorbing 18, but I didn't even watch Cell Absorbing 17 as a kid. It wasn't until like I think I got into high school maybe that I didn't. Yeah, I think it was high school was the first time I saw Cell Absorbing 17. So yeah, in addition to the baby stuff, the Cell stuff, and ironically the Funimation dub and the Falconer OST, you know what? I know this is running right now, but I'm gonna quickly do a YouTube search for this, so you guys know which track I'm talking about. Let's call it Scary. This might be it. Series Suspense, right? No, this is not it. It's not Series Suspense. It's damn, I need to find it. Let's say Unsettling. And I mean, if I can't really find it now, let's see, Falconer Unsettling. I mean, I've already mentioned the episode to you guys, so if you guys want to watch the Bruce Falconer, or if you watch the original dub, the Funimation dub with the Falconer OST, it's the OST that plays when they find, it's like that whole scene. Oh, maybe this is Falconer Scary. There is one theme that now that I just typed in scary, there is one theme from the Falconer OST that really scares me. But anyway, forget me like going through and trying to YouTube it right now. I'll find it and then I'll post it in the comments below. But one other Falconer OST that scared me was during the Boo arc. It was called Scary Boo, and that OST was like something that really like made me feel fearful. It happened when I'm trying to remember. I think it was right before Boo absorbed Gotenks and Piccolo. I think there was like a scene where it started playing. That was another track that really like scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, and yeah. So yeah, between baby's voice and two Falconer tracks, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z, because I can't really remember a time in Dragon Ball that really scared me, but Dragon Ball Z has been the anime that's actually given me the most fearful and scared moments in an anime, which is crazy. It's really strange and ironic, and I just think that adds to like the quality of the series. I think because like I said, horror and like we when we talk about like the quality or like the writing of an anime or whatever, we always try to talk about like depth and like complexity and like what's awesome and like cool action, good character designs and all this stuff, right? But we never really talk about like what makes us feel scared, right? The only series that I know that really goes to that length, or where that's like the main topic and discussion, is probably Monster. Because Johann Liebert and like what Johann Liebert does throughout the entirety of that series, like they, when he looks into Shuwald's eyes in the library in Monster, and by the way, Monster is a Naoki Urasawa series. That's one moment. Or when he talks with Richard Braun on top of the rooftop and he gives him the drink. He goes like, "How about a drink, detective?" or something like that. And that's a memorable scene in Monster. But yeah, Dragon Ball is just, for whatever reason, has always been just the scariest anime, which is, and I kind of just wanted to make this video because, yeah, again, it's something that not many people talk about. Not just for Dragon Ball. I'm just talking about like how scared or how fearful something can make you, right? And how that can add to the level of quality. It can add to the level of quality in a series, and not even besides Baby's voice acting in the Falconer OST, there was a couple times when like the character art in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT, they scared the shit out of me. And one was definitely when Boo was about to explode himself. So so if you guys remember when Gohan is defeating Boo, this is before he absorbs Gotenks, so he's formulating the plan to fight Gohan later and absorb Gotenks and Piccolo. And before he does that, he has this scene where he blows himself up, and like you have like all like these veins running through his like body and everything. And ironically enough, the Falconer OST and the original dub for that scene is actually not that bad. He has this line where he goes like, "You're missing the point," and the way Justin Cook says that is just, it's not scary, but it's very good, right? But it's not so much the voice acting and the music for that scene that gets me. It's the look, it's the way that Boo is drawn and animated in that scene. Cell in his first form is very scary and creepy, like I've already mentioned, especially the character art. And there was two other scenes that I want to mention. In the Namek arc, so if you guys remember when Goku is fighting Frieza as a Super Saiyan, Goku at one point depowers and says that he depowers from Super Saiyan into base form, and he tells Frieza that fighting you doesn't mean anything at this point, right? Like there's no point in doing it because you're not even strong enough you're not strong enough to challenge me. Like, you're already beaten. I'm satisfied with this fight. I'm going home. And Frieza takes that personally. He basically bitches out and throws like 2 Kienzan at him, and then Goku gets mad at this and transforms again into a Super Saiyan. And this is really like the second to last phase of the fight. And there was one part in the anime, right? There was one scene in the anime where the Kienzan are following Goku, and the anime animates the scene of Frieza. So I'm looking at the camera. So it's like Frieza's hand is like this, and then he's looking like so. Like my head position and my hand are like similar, and I think you guys will know what I'm talking about if you rewatch that fight. But there's a part where he goes like this, and then Frieza just like has this like this really crazed look in his eyes, and he's laughing. And that was another scene that really like scared me. Even today, like when I look at that, I just not that I get like like that or anything, but I feel like unsettled when I look at it. And so that was the other scene, and then there was a second scene that I wanted to talk about too, which was in Dragon Ball GT. So after Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan 4, and then he sees Bulma and Baby Vegeta inside a tower. So he goes in there and tries to like, I think this is like right after he transforms into a Super Saiyan 4. Maybe the second episode 36 or episode 35, one of the, maybe even episode 37. He goes into the tower and he sees Bulma with Baby Vegeta, and then Bulma's running away. And then Goku says something like, "Bulma, like come to your senses," or something like that. It's that's not the exact dialogue, but that's the gist of the dialogue. And then Bulma looks back at Goku, like in this very evil fucking way. And again, this is where the character art and the animation comes into play. The way that she looks at Goku, is just, even to this day, like I still can't I can't look at it for too long, because like it actually like gives me like fear, and it gives me like I feel so like unsettled when I look at it. Yeah. It's just incredibly very unsettling and very scary at that too. Yeah. It's I don't know, man. It's just like it's just interesting to me. Like the baby trailer that coming out today just made me think about all these things, right? It made me think about like Baby's voice being the creepiest, and then how that translated to Dragon Ball Z. Well, Dragon Ball, I guess you could say Dragon Ball as a whole, being the scariest anime, or the creepiest anime, or the anime that's given me the most fear, when it's not even meant to be that type of series, right? And then that led to how horror and fear are not really valued in terms of assessing and judging the quality of the series at that, So yeah, I mean, I just thought it's just funny like how it cascaded like into that discussion. But yeah, anyway, Baby's voice in Dragon Ball GT, for two Falconer OSTs in particular, and character art and animation, just very scary to look at. Honestly, really they are. And I think what I'll do. I think I'll edit some of this stuff. I think I'll edit some of these pics into the video, if I can do that. I think for the Frieza one, I'm not going to be able to show the animated version of that, because it's going to be I don't know how to put in GIFs and animated clips into my video yet. I can just do still images, but yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do that. So yeah, by the time that you end up like finishing this video, everything that I'm saying will, I guess at this point, be explained to you. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to make this topic. I thought it was interesting, and I really haven't done a Dragon Ball analytical video like that in a while. So yeah, Dragon Ball is scary. Who would have known?